live stream on the internet. So, as you might know, I have this little farm that I've had next to my house for literally years now, since maybe a month after I started the Let's Play, all the way back in 2012, and I used to keep sheep in there as well as cows, but the problem with having too many mobs is back in the console edition, they used to cap you, and now in the Bedrock and indeed in Java versions, if you have too many mobs in one place, it causes serious frame rate issues. I mean, I've got only about 100 cows in there, but you can see how, still, the world doesn't work perfectly around here. It's a little bit laggy, a little bit uncomfortable, and I like my 60 frames a second, so I try not to have too many mobs in one place, but I want a sheep farm. So what do? I hear you ask. Well, the simplest way, this is almost like an accidental bit of it's like bad design that leads you to make interesting decisions. So I can't if I want a sheep farm, I can't have it anywhere near this center of the world. So instead, also too many mobs. It takes a lot to ruin a game, especially when it's sheep and lame. Anyway, so today, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and we need to find, we need to just go to another part of the world and we need to place sheep there, but it needs to be a part of the world that I don't use, but yet can still access. That was a very weird bug. I need to find a part of the world where I can make a sheep farm, and I think I have just the right place in mind, because how often do you see me go this way? It's not very often, right? But if I need sheep, if I need to make some stuff happen, this will be just the place for that. So, yeah, we're going to be making a lot of sheep today, as many sheep as we can make in the span of, whatever, 90 minutes or whatever. Huh. Do you think it's safe for me to walk this way? Let's try. There is a ghast down there. Has Minecraft just crashed? I mean, it seems that way, doesn't it? It's hard to conclude anything else. Well, you know what? This is why you don't want too much lag in your world. Things break enough as it is, without you adding fuel to that fire. So, this is a good start for a live stream. How's everyone doing today? I have to leave my world and enter it again, which is like a whole 30-second process, because of all those mobs and because my world is huge. Actually, one of the things, the biggest reason I still, I can mention this very briefly. The biggest reason I haven't been able to upload my Let's Play world is because it's such a big file size. We need to trim that down. So yeah, what we're gonna do is while the game saves it, which can take some time, and then we load it again, we say, hello, I'm IBX Toycat. You know what? Let's do a casual start today. Rather than starting properly, I tried. Let's just say, how's it going, friends? You want me to say things in response to your things? I can do that. Like Catgirl, hello, exclamation mark. And then I think that's a heart with some sparkles. It might be a heart of an arrow going through it, but either way is a show of affection, which is a good thing. You know, I like when people like the thing. I like when people want to be in the same place as me. That's the cool thing about this live stream, right? People like Commander Y also wants to be, you know, like you wanted to be here, or you're just so bad at money that you give money to things you hate. And also, how's it going? It's going pretty well. Thank you for asking. I had a nice enough day today. I'm actually not. Let's make ourselves a beverage, shall we? I've got a big Pepsi Max bottle. This is the last sugar drink I have in my house. Toycat, thanks for all you do. Help everyone. You're the best. Thank you, Aquapar. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I've had, maybe this is dumb, but I've been, because I exposed myself to a lot of people, including someone who just came in from an international country. So as a result, hey, thank you, Jack Cuff. Things are going well today. But because I am that bad of money, says Alina Khan. Ouch, ouch. But, oh my god. Also, never sheep. Wait, that's not a bad idea, Stephen Pulliam. Should we put the sheep in the nether? No, I think it's better in the overworld, so that way when we walk past it in the nether, we don't have to deal with it. Anyway, so, thank you, baby carrot. Good to see you again. It's been a while. We're literally just gonna be staring at the saving world icon forever, aren't we? That's gonna be my day today, isn't it? It's gonna be my evening. Hey, no, wait, never mind. We're back in, aren't we? Yeah, going good. Now we just wait another little bit, and then we'll be playing Minecraft. Who would have thought it? Minecraft on a Minecraft live stream. They said it couldn't be done. They said it couldn't be done. So yeah, I want to build, I want to get all 16 colors of sheep. I probably should have brought dye with me, if that was my intention. I didn't bring dye with me. But you know what, we can work on that later. Hey, thank you, Izzy Alice. Hey, things are working correctly. Thank you for the £1. Good to see you, Izzy Alice. You know what? You're usually first. You're here 5 minutes late today. What's gone wrong with your life? Oh, well, seriously, I hope all is well in the Izzy House land. So anyway, it's good to see you, Craft Potter. Also, it's been a few days, but I've just kind of like had this like inertia towards streaming. I don't know. I felt like streams are best. This is why I deliberately try not to schedule them, because streams to me are like way more fun when you want to be there. You know, it's the same thing as reverse. Like I like that you will choose to be here. If you don't want to be here, I do give you the option. Fun fact: you are free to leave at any time. You know, as long as you do it in the first 15 minutes, it's legal to leave or whatever. I'm memeing well. Thank you very much. Also, we did hit the target. Biggie Cheese. Yes, I should wait. Is there a link in the description? If not, I'll add one. The Toy Cat plushes, we hit 420, which very funny. 421 right now. If you want one, now they're officially getting made. You can find them. I don't know where. Here we are. You can find them at the link in the description that now definitely exists. Makeshift.com/products.
Hello, funny internet man. I have bought one of your plushies.
Thank you, Alpha Skag, for saying I'm a funny internet man. I don't know if that one's true, but I'll choose to believe it like it is, because that's how the world works. You can pretend to believe things. Pretend to believe things? You know, that's close enough. Will the update be out this Tuesday? I can give you my 100% guarantee it will not. I will eat a hat, if I will. But yeah, in the same way I like that you choose to be here, I prefer to like choose to be doing a thing, rather than being like, oh no, if I don't stream, I won't make money. Oh no, if I don't stream, you know, people will hate me or whatever it is. It's just like, you know, let's hang out when there's space, when it's gonna be fun. You know, when there's things on in the world. Also, thank you, Lydia Strata. I'm glad I get you through some things. You get me through some things, and by through some things, I mean into some things. You know, with your $2, I can buy fancy glass bottle water that will change my life. You read my mind and made a sheep farm today. Yes, yes, says Alexander Kaiser. I've had this on my mind for like months now, because it's just like such a process to get into. And you know, that process, we're going to start getting into it right now. We're going to have a sheep, a black sheep too, of all the things. And it's going to be great. Eat a hat, says Go Ray Speakers. I will legitimately eat a hat. Oh man, how is there pigs in? Whatever, not my problem. So we're just gonna build some fences around this guy, and this will be my little sheep enclosure. I guess we'll place some fence gates down. You know, I don't know how you build fences. It's been a very long time. 13 fences, is that enough? That doesn't seem like enough. Let's have like 13 fences, and then also like 3 fence gates. That seems like a correct number. And now we can make a little fence thing around here. We'll place it near these holes, because I want to have holes for all the sheep in later. You know, sheep and holes, they go together like, I don't know, me and coals. And yeah, it's going to be great. So we'll just make a little box for sheep to exist in. Place a fence post there, place a fence post there. And then let's fill this up. Actually, can sheep go through these little corners? I feel like they can't, but I don't know if I want to risk it. You know, I want to risk it. Screw it. You know, what's the worst thing that can happen? Apparently a sheep escaping is the worst thing. There we go. We got 1 sheep. We did it. Mission accomplished. I have a sheep now. I got 1 sheep in my sheep farm. I got a whole sheep. And now it belongs to the man with the gun. I mean, wish I had a gun now. Honestly, you know what? Did you know you can buy guns in the UK? It's actually not the way you might assume it is, based on the internet. Thank you very much to Mr. Eddie. I have not heard of the carpet. It sounds like a good read. Also, thank you, Find the Toy Cat. Also, thank you, Extreme Isolation, and also Go Ray Speakers. So yeah, also Russian Spy, what is your opinion? Also why? Thank you. High quality super chat, my friend. I understand exactly how to respond to that. But yeah, it's kind of like hello, hey, here, kitty, pss, pss. It's been forever since I just, like, you know, random cats have been less friendly to me recently. It's been a really sad thing. Toy Cat has a gun. I'd like a gun. I don't know why I'd want a gun. Like, if I actually had physically a gun, I would be terrified of accidentally, like, firing it at something or myself, or it going off or something. Because, like, guns misfire all the time, right? That's a well-known thing. But also, I like the idea that, like, I could have it. You know, I don't want to have a gun. I like the idea that, like, you think I have a gun, and therefore, like, ooh, what are you gonna do about that? You gotta be worried now. You know, that's what I'm really saying right here. Like, I had a friend with a gun. I think I've told this story a billion times, but like, you can get one if you own farmland in the UK, and yeah, you go into really big trouble with it because he showed it off. He brandished it, I think is the term. Hey, thank you for becoming a channel member. I love listening to Pigstep, Mr. Liam, and also good to see you, Coin Man. It's been some time. You know, you are a very coy man, you could say. You know, that's being very. You are being very coy right now with your messages and your super chats. But yeah, so he could shoot people who don't want a cave update. I could shoot a Minecrafter on, I don't know, Hypixel server, and people would still, and not get in trouble, and people would. I don't know the rest of that quote. I'm trying to be funny and topical. I'm trying my best. But you know what's way more funny and topical? Mr. BJ right here, or human being BJ right here. You know, BJ is not enough to like assume the gender of someone. So Mr. and or Mrs. BJ, thank you for becoming a chief.
If Toy Cat had a toy cat, then it would be Toy Cat's toy cat.
Wait, if Toy Cat had a toy cat, it would be Toy Cat's toy cat. Yeah, if my toy cat gets his own toy cat, then it will be the toy cat. A teacher in my old elementary school accidentally fired a gun while in the bathroom at school. Safe to say she no longer works there. So first of all, kind of crazy that she brought a gun to school, right? I feel like that's against some rule. Maybe I'm crazy. Second of all, hey, thank you, Resurrection. It's good to see you again. Again, it's crazy how many like old names we're seeing all of a sudden again. It's nice. It's a reminder that we're all okay, you know. Everything's good. You know, sometimes people leave and sometimes they return, and isn't that beautiful? So yeah, we're gonna start breeding some sheep together. Once we have like all the real sheep magic starts rolling in. But yeah, for the first like 10 sheep or something, it's worth just like going out and hunting them. Got new wireless earphones and testing them by watching the stream. Also took at tax. So first of all, I just want to say, wireless earphones are this concept I've always wanted, but as soon as they like started to exist, I was less excited by them. I've started to really, you know, again, this is just like, either I'm just like unenthusiastic about everything, entirely possible, I'll admit, or maybe I'm like in this world now where like I'm only excited about things when they're like new and exciting, whereas like AirPods now, you know, and all the other equivalents are just like too big of a thing. Does the become a member thing happen with renewals too? It doesn't happen with renewals. I've always wondered why that is, because I guess like it means if your favorite thing is hearing Pigstep, you can like unrenew them. You know, like that's a thing. It'd be ideal not to incentivize. But no, if you renew and have it like continuous, it doesn't show up. I think it'd be cool if it happened for milestones though, like because a lot of people are about to hit their year anniversary, which by the way, congratulations to you fellas. But yeah, like, you know, AirPods are like a cultural phenomenon right now. The idea that like you can, you know, you have these things in your ears that no one can see, but also, you know, like, and therefore you can ignore the world. Because, again, I've said this before, but there's this fun game you get to play in like big cities that you're unfamiliar with, or even cities you are familiar with. But so I get taxed for fancy bottled water. Thank you, Mary Jane. This is what I need in my universe. But yeah, there is this there's this very interesting hey, thank you, Jessica Forsyth. It was legal for her to have a concealed weapon permit. Fun fact, Utah is the best state to get it because it works in a lot of different states. Yeah, there's like, you know, the United States in the foreign world, we see the US as just one big thing. Like that's like a success of the US's like ability, you know, like the fact that everyone around the world knows America is a success of American foreign policy on one level, but the fact that everyone thinks of it as being like one big country is interesting because like every state has its own driving licenses, every state has like different rules about, you know, guns and all the other, you know, all the things that you think of as American are very different depending on which state in American you are. You know, American, that's how you call it. Also, it's kind of weird, you can have the corners here and sheep can't get through. It totally looks like they should be able to. Oh, baby sheep can totally get out, but so let's just fence that corner off right there, shall we? Just to be safe. You know, these two corners, we can let them out, and then the black sheep can fill up this corner. Nice. Hey, excited for my toy cat. Just bought it and renewed my sub manually. Hey, thank you, Mr. Resurrection. We hit 500 recently, and then we've like gone up and down above it and below it like a trillion times since then. You know, it's a little bit, I don't know if nerve-wracking is the right word, but it's like, it's been an interesting experience, just the continuous up and downs. Let's make 1 billion books. Let's sell books to villagers in the time where we're doing this. Foreigners only know 4 states: New York, California, Texas, and Florida, says Zaxi God. I'd agree with that one, actually. I'd agree with that one. There's like, if you're not white, like, if you're like super into the US, you know, if you've been, like people like me, nerds, are like, yeah, I know, I could name you all 50 states right now. Bet me I won't, and I'll prove you wrong. But most people know, again, like Texas, California, and then New York because of the city. You know, some might not even know it's a state. And then after that, it's just like, there's others. You know, there's a few others that exist. Anyway, I'm trying to make books. Okay, books. Make a couple piles of books, and now we trade them with villagers, and we get a bunch of enemies, which also gives us experience because my elytra is basically dead. It's a whole problem. Just got fired from the undercover Heinze factory. Is that a joke, Jake? Am I missing? I feel like I'm missing a joke, but I'll say, wow, that sure is sad. The Heinze. Oh, there is a punchline. I was like, jokes are really bad on like thing because like they lack the follow through, but Jake does follow through because he spilled the beans. It's high quality, 10 out of 10. Brits know Florida because y'all come here to go there a lot. Yeah, there's a huge amount of tourism between the UK and Florida. I don't know how that all started actually. Like, actually, here's a fun fact. The only until I was like 18, I'd only ever been to one other country that wasn't the UK, and it was America and Florida. There's a fun one. And that was when I was like 3 or 5. Like, not old enough to actually remember anything. I mean, remember, I guess, yes, but not do anything about it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. There's like I've said this before, there's an age where you're a real person, and that age is also, we have a very fast horse. Should we keep this? This horse is amazing. I want this horse to be mine forever. With speeds like that, we could just ride home across the wasteland, huh? Yowl. That's how you say it. That's I honestly don't believe that real people say yowl is not like a tourist. It's such a like we're playing up the fact that we live in a place that doesn't make any sense thing. Like, y'all better realize that we don't make any sense down here. We make up our own words because you all being abbreviated to y'all doesn't really make any sense, but we do it anyway. It's like I don't none of that is necessary, I like talking my fake southern accent because it's offensive to everyone. No one likes it. Everyone hates it on some level. And if everyone doesn't hate you, you're living your life wrong. If the world is not all agreed you're a bad thing, then that's no good. Can you do your intro again? It just got here. Hello, I'm ABX Toycat, and welcome to another live stream on the internet. Today, I have a cow in captivity. Should we put 2 cows in captivity so we can kill them if we need to? Might not be an awful idea. If we're waiting around anyway, let's have some fun with it, right? Yowl is pronounced yowl. Yowl? Yowl. I'm offended, says Cat Cow. Y'all better realize that we don't say words like that over here. Because, y'all is... who says you all? You all... But, like, people say... Yeah, that's the weird thing. It's an abbreviation for you all, but it's like... It's not always used as a way to say you all. Also, what do you mean, you?
Wear a Toy Cat t-shirt while waiting for your Toy Cat while playing on Toy Cat's Christian Minecraft server while paying Toy Cat tax.
That is the most Toy Cat you can be, Mr. Commander White. That is the most. The most. If there is such a thing as more, I would not know, because you have reached it. Also, we need to sell paper to this dude. Let's sell him some paper so we can sell him some books. That is my high-quality idea. That Southern accent is awful and hilarious at the same time. Oh, yeah, exactly like the South, right? Awful and hilarious at the same time. Yeah, I got you good, South Americans. How you feel now? You feel betrayed? You feel hurt? You feel like... that's how the world feels about your existence. I know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna be mean to parts of the world one by one. Because you know how like comedians have this thing where they go like, oh, hello, insert town name here. I love it here. It's so great, and I definitely would choose to live here if I didn't have places that weren't awful to live in. You know, like you know how like I've seen comedians do it. I've seen like artists do it as well, but like I don't watch many live things, let alone that level. Anyway, so you know I'm going to do the opposite. I'm just going to insult every. Tell me where you live, internet, and I'll insult your thing. Imagine living somewhere y'all isn't widely used, peasants. Y'all better realize that out here. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's place down like a chest, actually. We need to have a chest somewhere. Because if we place barrels, we'll have loads of fishing villages, which is not what I want. So instead, we find a crafting table. Do it again, says Kresnik. Do what again? Do my horrifically offensive accent. New England. New England isn't even close to being England. It gets too cold, and it gets too cold in the winter. It gets too warm in the summer, and it basically doesn't exist in the minds of everyone in the world. No foreigners know it. All Americans forget it. Ireland, roast me, says Amy Power. I would roast you, but sadly, I think if you're Irish, you could do a bit of roasting, right? Like, I've seen your skin tones. I've seen what you fellas look like. But yeah, basically, oh man, we got a lot of them. Insult Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is, I mean, like, it literally is like this like giant state that is like mostly just like farms and rural stuff, right? Like, who wants to go to Pennsylvania? What, you ever heard someone be like, I want to go to Pennsylvania? Like, oh, like the big city like Philadelphia? No, the towns and the cities where there's literally nothing of note. I'm just saying, no one wants to be there, right? Insult South London. Did you know, like, most taxi drivers literally won't let you go to South London? They'll be like, nah, the river's as far south as we go. And I find that, like, hilarious, but also, like, awful at the same time. Hershey Park, says the Resurrection. Oh yeah, my favorite thing about the entire state of Pennsylvania is that there is a sports arena stadium thing that is named after a chocolate brand. Yeah, what I love, what like gets me going, what I get excited about when I visit a new city or town is the idea that I might, find a branded sports stadium like Hershey Park or Wrigley Stadium or whatever else. No, that's like, the fact that that's your #1 sales pitch, bad idea. Why do Southerners say the English, and the English both say reckon, says Pookie Helms? Yeah, I was told that recently, actually, that, like, I sound either British or from the South for saying reckon. But yeah, like, what do you reckon about that? What I actually reckon it is that, because, even though when people think about America as, like, North and South, but, like, that dichotomy hasn't really been true since, the Civil War. Because the West exists, it's like, there's East and West. And the further east you go, the more English settler and offspring you are. Like, the east of the US is like a 200-something-year-old country, and the west of the US is like all people who moved in the last few years. I know, like, here's a fun fact about Vegas, for instance. 24% of people who live in Vegas were born there, and therefore 76% of people moved. Like, think about those numbers and realize that, like, oh yeah, Seattle has got pretty similar demographics. Like, because it's the same thing, right? Like, even the idea of North and South is kind of dumb, is it? Like, and therefore I'm assuming the South is the East, which is very English, and therefore a lot of English things go over to the South. Like, if you think about it, Southerners and English people both like tea, right? It's very different types of tea. But do you drink tea in California or Washington or Illinois or wherever else? Also, Kresnik says California. I know. I feel like the worst things about California are just like the state is like, it tries so hard. And then it's like, ooh, but because it's so different. I know. One of the things that annoys me about California, everything ever, like the jet bridge to an airplane, the entrance to a building, every single thing says this contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer. And it's like, well, thank you for telling me that everything causes cancer, California. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're in England, so you're a southerner. I guess that's one way of thinking about it. Southerners in the US are, people in the south of the UK are English. People in the south of the US are southerners, but they're both in the south of their respective countries. Also, why can I breed these sheep so quickly? Is there a reason why they keep going into live mode? Whatever, not my issue. California's got this like problem with the state where like, I kind of understand every individual step where it's like, there's a really noble initiative that's like, oh yeah, if we just raise tax a little bit, we can do X thing. If we just raise tax a little bit, we can do Y thing. And then you end up in a world where like, in addition to the 40% the US government takes, they're like, they've got a sales tax of like, I think it's the highest in the nation. They've got like an income tax that is the highest in the nation. And it's like, and what do you get for it again? It's like, well, we did some real nice things back in the past. Also, we got big roads. And therefore, like, everyone, like, even though people are moving into California, it's a growing state still, Californians are leaving California. And then a lot of people hate it because they're, like, leaving and slowly, it's funny, they're, like, it's called, like, Californication, right? Like, everyone is, like, slowly California is slowly making more like a thing. But, like, to the rest of the world, that's just like, oh, so the US is becoming more like the US. What do you know? Because the US does not have things. Also, thank you for the Toycat plushie thing. And also, Levi's Zatina, what about Mexico? Exactly, what about Mexico? Am I...
Hey, Toycat, how are you? It's been a while and I hope you are doing well in the world today. I bought a Toycat and I am extremely excited for it.
Hey, thank you, Sharkboy. I hope you're doing well also. I can't describe the excitement I have for the day... Like, when the campaign ends, because now we've actually, like, made the minimum we need to do it. That's cool by itself. But there's going to be this moment in August where they all ship out, and everyone's going to have one of these finally. And I'm so excited for that. Like, it's yes. Look how cute this thing is. I'm holding it all wrong. Look how cute this is. Everyone's going to have one in that number of days. And, yeah, and then they're going to go away. And it's going to be this, like, this reminder of this time in history, Time changes so fast. People leave, people come. Everything rises and falls over surprisingly short time spans. But that's the thing. Yeah, all the Californians are moving to my state. Right, it's like every individual thing makes sense, and then when you combine it all, you're like, oh, I don't know if I really want to live there. It's actually this interesting thing that, like, okay, wait. Also, Lancashire, Yorkshire's the worst, says randomly British. Lancashire, if I'm not mistaken, like a lot of it's, oh man, please come back in there. A lot of Lancashire got annexed by Manchester, I think. Imagine like just being told like, oh yeah. Like Lancashire is such a bad county in the UK that it literally just got partially gobbled up by another one. What did they have to say about it? Actually, can we just breed sheep infinitely? Okay, no we can't. They just have a really short timer. Or 5 minutes is happening faster than I realize. Also, I'm gonna pour myself a nice beverage while we look at these things. So yeah, I'm gonna Hershey Park an amusement park. That almost went horribly wrong. Says Kingston. See, the fact that I can't tell your favorite amusement park from a sports stadium, so there's a problem. Okay, we're gonna make this happen. Here we go. So yeah, I ran out of all my beverages in my house that aren't zero sugar, and because I'm moving to America, potentially, most likely, assuming it opens up in the next few months, I'm gonna be consuming a lot of sugar, so my plan is like get thin, get back to like slightly below my average weight, and then I can like gain it all doing fast food reviews or whatever. Again, there's many things you can say about America. There's many complaints you can have about the food, but what you can't have a complaint about is a thing. So you're holding a totem while breeding sheep. Yes, I am. And what about it, friends? What about it? It has so much caffeine in it. That's actually a myth, Mother Russia. Okay, can I talk about this one? Because I had a, actually, let's just say, everyone thinks that, everyone thinks Coke has a lot of caffeine, but it doesn't have a lot, and it usually doesn't have any. Oh, villagers are breeding. That's cute. Should we give them some stuff so they can breed? Why did they stop breeding? Oh, let's make some beds, and then we can make a bunch of villagers, right? Yeah, let's just make like a big shed for the villagers to breed in. And they'll make a bunch of lecterns, and we can have a billion villagers. By the way, do you like my straw? You know, actually, wait, first. We're gonna shear the sheep. They're not gonna be able to... Oh, no, they're gonna be able to get some more. It's fine. We'll just shear all the sheep, make whatever beds we can. Oh, no, want to close those up. So we've now got enough... How did you get out? Whatever, I don't need you. You don't exist as far as I'm concerned. We've got enough for, like, 5-ish beds. That's pretty depressingly low, actually. Are you going to learn to drive in America so you can get places? The issue, I've actually looked into it before, like, because learning to drive in America is easier than learning to drive in the UK. But if you learn to drive in a country that's not your own, the license only lasts for a certain amount of time in your own country. Because I was thinking, like, just find the easiest country in the world to get a license and just use that. But sadly, that's not a thing I can do. So my plan is, again, I want to live somewhere that's like, automate the sharing, says PN. Oh yeah, I totally do intend to like have little holes and like have some dispensers of some shears. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun thing. Anyway, so Insult Tennessee, says Jack Green. You know what? Tennessee is a state so noteworthy that I can say nothing about it. Okay, so sorry for spam, but I moved to America, says that poor chain. Again, the plan is like very complex right now, but there's a few visa reasons as to why I am temporarily going to be there for a long amount of time. Moving's probably the incorrect word, but taking a long extended stay inside of the country. There you go. Let's put it that way. Is a thing that is in my future, perhaps. There you go. Those are words that are okay if the US government finds them. So, yeah, I can't drive right now, which is like sacrilege to Americans, I know. Like, how are you going to get around? And the answer is, you know what, you work that out later, don't you? No, honestly, like, getting around in America without a car sucks unless you, there's like a few things I can't really do. But because I'm going to live in a big city, it's like, there is public transport. It's not the greatest. In fact, it's one of the worst ones in America, from what I've gathered. There is the public transport option, and then I'm probably just going to buy like a bike and a scooter. Or maybe both, or maybe neither. Maybe I'll just rent scooters because it's a city that has those. But yeah, I have plans. Don't you worry. There are plans and solutions and things that are neither plans nor solutions. Uber gang, says Kali Mohammed. Yeah, the problem with Uber is over any like real distance, Uber like wraps up real fast. Which is what I'm trying to say. Like America, like you need to drive, but also if you have enough money, you don't need to. So my plan is just, you know, I'll just simp on stream until people give me Uber money, okay? You know what, chat? Would you like me to get around? I'm sure you would. Is shipping for the plush to the UK expensive? Do you know? You can find out by going to the cart. I believe international shipping, literally everywhere in the world, is $7.49. I don't know how it's only $7.49. It's a very good question. Hope this won't affect streams. I mean, how am I going to pay for American Ubers without them stream simpings, friends? But yeah, it's Rune Kittens. It's only $7.49. So yeah, let's go get some more sheep, by the way, because you know what? We need to do that clearly. Getting around is fun. Do it if you like. Yeah, no. Also, okay. So here's the thing. So the fastest way to get around America is public transport, and you might say, "Nah, you're crazy, Toy Cat." But think about it. What is the fastest way to get between, say, Los Angeles and New York, the two biggest cities in America? Tell me, internet. I'll wait for you to answer. It takes about 10 seconds because of chat delay. You just avoid talking about Mexico, says Levi Zatina. Oh no, I like Mexico. Like again, I want to try and be mean to Mexico, but it's hard. So I'll just be like, you know what, Mexico, more like America's trousers. Yeah, showed you. So, okay, what we got? Use a bike, driving. You're an idiot, Mr. Full Brain Cells. What are you called, Full Brain Cells? Everyone says plane. Wow. All of a sudden, what is a plane, friends? What is a plane? Is it private transport or is it public transport? Can you please give me a, could you explain to me which of those it is? I'd love to know. I'm honestly not sure. Is a plane public transport? Are there strangers on there with you? Or are you on a plane by yourself? Oh, no, no, you're on a plane with other people. In fact, there are private planes, but they're actually slower over long distance than commercial transport. So, like, even if you want to, like, try and gotcha by saying private planes exist, it's not the fastest way. Billionaires... Actually, depends on the billionaire. But, like, the CEOs of the airlines will fly on airlines. Actually, I saw an interesting thing, like, the CEO of, I think it was, like, American, flew on Southwest recently. So it's like, well, most convenient way to get between those cities. Hey!
HNNG Gaming.
Time Heater Gamer. I am confused beyond belief, but you know what? You don't have to be not confused to be pleased with something. And thank you very much, Mr. Hung Gaming is a message I'm not sure how to respond to, but I can say thank you. And you know what else I can say? Other words. Also, by the way, I have a mending book here, so we're gonna grab one of those real quick, because mending's important. We're gonna put mending on some dumb stuff, just for the fun of it soon, I think. Public transportation is operated by the government in some way, and planes aren't though. I actually don't think that's a requirement, right? Like public transportation can mean like public versus private public, but you would, even if there was a private company, because I don't know. Here's an example: the Las Vegas monorail is run by a private board. Actually, I'm not sure about that one. I know for a fact there's lots of private. I know Megabus is a private bus company, but it's still public transport. It's still the bus, right? Fun fact, actually, all of the this is just the quirkiest little fact that I can't share anyone else, and no one cares about, so I'm going to share it with all of you anyway. In America, like all of the biggest bus operators are British companies. Don't know how that happened. Most of the time, like American companies buy out British ones, but not our bus operators. We dominate the US in that regard. Also, let's go breed the sheep. Gotta keep breeding. Just make this happen. Time to step and be sugar daddy's mummies. We need Toy Cat in the US a year from now, says Kresnik. So yeah, the plan is gonna be like August sort of time. Again, there's the limiting factor on this is how soon the US allows Europeans inside of their country. I don't want to be mean, but what's the restrictions on Americans coming to the UK right now? Oh yeah, you have to fill out a little form saying you're healthy. What is the restriction on American citizens, British citizens when we go to America? Full ban, 100% ban. If I have a test showing I am, negative, positive, even though our country is less infected, whatever. Like if I have a test, doesn't matter. Get out of here. If I have like an urgent reason to be there, I won't dive into it here. But let's say I have an urgent reason. Nah, don't care. Full ban. Just saying. Bad policy, in my opinion. But I would say that because I'm British, of course. So yeah, let's go find some more sheep. We're just gonna keep on doing that, like going back and forth between sheep and this until we're good. We're not letting the Europeans in us, says Cat Gal. I'm glad you stand in solidarity of your country with that policy. I don't want Europeans inside my borders either. I keep them right at the gates. I do. They want to come inside, but I say no. Not till this is all over. We can't be too safe, can we? Hey Toy Cat, I'm drawing you. What color shoes? Chat. If I was wearing shoes, what color would they be? In real life, I have like these bright orange shoes I wear. I don't really have like super dumb shoe colors in real life because Actually, let's get some cows into the village, and we can start. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can make some stuff happen. The US isn't that great, to be honest. Coming from an American, says in your coffee cream. The coolest thing about the US though is that you have a passport. It's not the most powerful in the world, but it's like in the top 10. You can just go live somewhere else if you really want to, right? That's the Actually, this is my, I think this is like an offensive opinion, right? But if you live in the United States of America, it's a country that people move to. Like there are native, like if your family's been there for like 300 years, you're a statistical outlier. Most Americans are, like some number of generations recent. There's no like big reason to be there beyond you've always been there. If you ever want to leave America, what stops you? What stops you? I feel like more countries need to have like very clearly defined like, hey, we're not going to force you to leave, but we'll buy you a ticket out of our country if you promise never to return. Like I actually, chat, would you leave your country if you were given an offer like that? You can get a free plane ticket to whichever country you like. You're barred from coming back within like 10 years. Also, according to all laws,
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get his fat little body off the ground. The bee of course flies anyway because bees.
The bees. Oh no, okay. Thank you very much, Slimy the Gamer. You know what? Your 2 super chats today have both been high quality as heck. Also, Rabbit Vax says our bosses are too powerful to be taken away by the US. Would you be interested in joining my Bethesda's Brink cult? Man, does Brink still exist? I always wanted to play it when it was a game, but everyone hated it so much. And I want to know, like, I mean, it's still a game right now, but like, I don't think you can buy it or anything. I want to know, is Brink good? Tell me the secrets, Mr. Brinkman. Also, I guess this is the center of the village, so let's find some dudes to trade some books with. Oh, we need books to trade first. I think we're running pretty low on, wait, we have a chest full of them. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Grab another stack of leather. Let's do this, huh? But yeah, so, I should start like a cow farm here and then a sugarcane farm here, and then I can just make books on demand. I guess, yeah, I could make even an automated calculator if I really wanted to. Hey, thank you, Lodgetar.
Just wanted to let you know I've been watching your MC channel for so many years. I'm 17 now and have been addicted to your geography channel. You got me into geography just like you did with MC, haha.
I think it's cool that like my passion for something can get anyone into anything. Because you know, there's so many things in the world that like you learn about them from people who don't care about it on any real level. But like someone caring about something and sharing with you is such a delight. Like hearing people explain their favorite things is like, it's a fun thing. And so thank you, Lodgetar, for sharing that with me. And I hope that I hope you have I hope many other people get you into many other things that you then find exciting about yourself. Also, poop says Sargon Coffee. You know what? Give people a platform and they'll use it to say poop. And you know what? I'm not even mad. Not even mad. So, I've considered living in the UK before. Oh, I forgot. People, I was meant to, you know, thank you, Cat Girl, for reminding me. But I forgot I was asking people if they'd leave their country. So, yeah, if you could pick a country, your government would give you a ticket there, but you can't go back to your own country. Would you take it, and which country would you fly to? There we go. I'll change it slightly. So that way I can pretend I read everyone saying yes before. Would you, internet? I love you, Toy Cat. I've been to Devon. Insult it, hubby. Devon's just, like, more inbred Cornwall, right? So, it's got nice beaches, I guess. I have actually been to Devon. I've got family there. Family there. Wink, you know? Comment about inbredness. Yeah, my grandmother's gonna love that if she ever hears that. I'll have to explain that to someone. Like, oh yeah, I make jokes about how inbred Devon is. I might have implied some bad things. Also, no, but if I did, it would be Ireland. I'd go to Canada. Anywhere warm, says Malfunctional. Canada, but probably wouldn't go. You wouldn't, you can, I guess you got like a whole life planned where you are. Ultimama. Somewhere in Europe. No. Oh no. You wouldn't do it? You love where you live that much, Alina. Tell me why you love it so much. I love my country, but hate our politicians. I wouldn't want to leave, says Mother Russia. Yeah, right, like there's a... It's funny, a lot of people like focus on the negative of their own country, but there is always like, every country has cool things about it. Like there are very few countries I've been... I don't think I've been to a country yet where I was like, this is just objectively the worst. There is no redeeming factors. This is just a not good country. You know, I'd love for that to happen one day though. You know, one day I'll find the bad country. The one that is objectively not worth visiting. And I'll tell you all about it. I want to leave to South Sudan, says Jenkov. I'd move to Australia. Australia, as the locals say. Man, Australian slang is so much cooler than, like, y'all. You know, y'all is a fun phrase, don't get me wrong. Y'all need to realise. It's a thing. Also, I just realized, Eps, the reason you called me hubby was because you are my chat wives. I get it. I get it. It makes sense. Would you like to become my wife? Wow. You can do so for just $4.99 a month, I think. Why did you read that? Because I'm hilarious. You might not like Uganda. Again, every country has upsides and downsides, and some you're going to consider tolerable, some not. Like I think it is Uganda that has been doing. This is the most insane thing. Like, even if you're the most like anti LGBT person in the world, right? What I'm going to tell you is going to sound like it's fake, but sadly it's not. They do rectal exams on you when you enter the country to like check if you like. That doesn't make sense, let alone that it's bigoted. It's like, ooh, yeah, checking if people are gay by examining their cavity is a little bit extreme, a little bit severe, a little bit of a reason not to want to visit. Because like how are they even how are they even deciding who to check? There's so many questions that you can have when you really think about these things. But yeah, so like y'all isn't used alone. Y'all need to realize that you can use it in any context, Kelly Buzzard. Also, oh god, what happened? Oh, because I left the gate open. Okay, let's open all the gates again. Open them all. Let's just get all the sheep back in here somehow. Just all come back in. I don't know how this is working, but it totally just did, right? Okay. Every sheep besides these three. And now we'll push these three sheep into a hole. There we go. Problem solved. Oh no, okay, this is the sheep hole now. And I'll put one over here. Okay. If you breed in black and white sheep, do you get a grey sheep? I'm very sad if you don't. Okay, let's just nudge him in very gently. No. In the hole, there we go. And now we'll breed these two guys together. Oh, we can't breed because he's already bred. How do they actually gay? You don't, it's like the having bad things be crimes is like one thing, and having like bad ways to enforce that crime is another whole thing. Like I don't know. It's the interesting thing about laws, right? Like we have so many laws for things that we have no way of like enforcing or really telling, Like what I know I've always felt like if you do something that is for yourself, like if you do something within the confines of your own home. Actually, although even then again, right, like I was gonna say like as long as it doesn't bother your neighbors or someone around you, it's like what if you want to like torture someone? It's like okay, that bothers someone else. What if you want to torture animals? Okay, that's a little bit of an issue for me, like. But yeah, there's a lot of countries have different views on what is and isn't okay. And you know what? You should not go to those. Unless you're looking forward to getting to second base with an airport inspector. In which case, boy, do I have the country for you, friends. You do get a grey sheep. I've bred them before. I'm looking forward to that one, then. Yeah, I've done it before, but I haven't got a single grey sheep yet, despite having a black and a white sheep. And it seems like something has gone wrong there. Wait, let's confirm. See, the sheep is white. Minecraft denies the existence of mixed race sheep. Today we learned. What's your top 3 music pieces? Pigstep, Cat, and Chirp, I think. Shalom, Sir Cat. I'm back. Sorry for being absent for a couple of streams. Here is your harassment tax. I'm crafting as well. Watching you stream fills the large void in my life, says Juliana Brown. What creates a void in your life, really? Like I love videos.
Your videos and your personality, Toy Cat. I don't have a Twitter, but I've drawn you before. Where should share it instead? Trans rights,
so,
I do.
If you want to share if you want to share a thing with me, tweet it at me at IBXToyCat. I will see it. I might not be able to like. I know I see like pretty much everything that's tweeted at me. I have this problem with like responding to something. Like I wish there was a way. I wish there was like a read receipt thing you could send me things to. So you could confirm that I'd read something. But also I could choose to pretend that I haven't read something. If it was annoying, I don't know. Harassment tax law. Toy Cat, can we agree to purge the people who say Toy Cats indeed? Let's do it. Let's do it. I've gotten grey sheep from reading them before. But yeah, where is my grey sheep? Your theory is disprovable immediately, friends. Where are my grey sheep? That black sheep is continuously breeding with white sheep. But we're only getting black sheep or white sheep. So I can let people know I'm ignoring them, says Lena Khan. That is my life. Just ignoring people, and they said they don't have a Twitter, so where else? Oh, really? Wait, I don't have a Twitter. Okay, you know, this is a personal annoyance of mine, and I know as a YouTuber I'm meant to be like, oh, here's a bunch of other ways you can contact me. But it's like, here's the thing about social media. If you need to get in contact with someone, and you don't have the same social media they do, because, you know, we both have YouTube, but there's no private message here. I'm on Instagram, but I don't read my private messages there. So Twitter is the way that you can send me things and guarantee I'll read it. If you don't have a Twitter, the easiest solution is to get a Twitter. Like, it's not like, if it was expensive, sure. If it was time consuming, sure. It's like, they require an email. Let me show you the Twitter sign up form. Okay, we go to twitter.com, you know, because we want to sign up so bad, right? And wait, we're going to incognito window. Twitter.com, and we're like, I want to sign up to twitter.com. They need a name and a phone number. And you don't even need the phone number, you can use an email instead. You need like 2 things. Literally 2 things. And it's like, I get that you might not want to. But you know, like, you can. You can. It's like, I could sign up for another social media and we could talk there. You can send a private Facebook message, but it's going to take me, you know, months to get around to it. You know, it just, I'm on Reddit. People private message me on Reddit all the time, and actually, okay. Can I say the most snooty, like, out of touch or whatever things in the world right now? Because, you know, you can hate me for what I'm about to say. It's fine. You know, I sure am a monster for saying, oh god, we need to let them all in again. Okay, well, this is easy. This is fine. Let's just all come back in here, please. All come back in here. Just let's undo what we just did. Oh lord. Okay. So yeah, like the oh, I lost my whole point. But yeah, if you want to message me, just pay on here. That's also a solution, I mean, right? Yeah, no, lost my entire thing. This is a disaster, please just buy them. So my plan is to make like a second fence area, and then have all the holes be attached to that. Although this hole is like slightly off kilter. I guess we could have a hole over here, and then the holes under there. No, we're gonna go on like a 3x15 grid. No, that doesn't make any sense either. Something about Reddit and making everyone mad. Oh yeah, okay. So, this is like, I know you're gonna hate me for this, because like, oh, Toy Cat, you should always, you know, be, you know, ready to listen to your fans, and you're a monster for not doing that. And yeah, you know, I am a monster for what I'm about to say. I'm sorry, but people who like private message me on Reddit to say stuff, it's like, why did you assume this was a contact method? I regularly say, like, if you wanna, you know, like, if you wanna see what I'm saying and you can like be a part of the conversation, Twitter's the place. We even have like these YouTube stories that are, you know, YouTube community posts that are a thing now. But if you decide, like, I'm gonna find a social media that Toycat's never mentioned you should contact him on, that I use, like, you know, like as a little person too, and I'm gonna send a message being like, hey Toycat, how do I join your server? Or like, hey Toycat, you know, your fly was down in your last YouTube video. It's like, you know, the best place for comments about a YouTube video. This will shock you. It's on YouTube. I don't know. I get like, I shouldn't be this annoyed about minor things, so I try not to be. I try to be very chill. I'm like, you know, people make mistakes all the time. That's fine. You know what? If people didn't make mistakes, then, you know, maybe you know, what Nazi Germany wouldn't have happened. But the truth is, the r/IBX Toycat Reddit is scary. See, there's a Reddit, right, where you can post things and other people can absorb those things. There's a place where I say you can post things to me. But no, people are like, I'm gonna find your private Reddit account, I'm gonna message you there. That's the place. I know, basically, like, I've got this thing where, like, I don't like communicating with human beings much. You know, there's like a few methods where it's like acceptable, and the rest are just not very good. You know, like, if I'm, you know, like, okay, here's let's find some silly examples. I'm so messaging Reddit right now. Oh no, why did I say it? Why did I say that? I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. You can't actually private message me on Reddit. There is no such thing as Reddit PMs. If anyone tells you there is, they are lying to you. But yeah, so if you need to message privately about something, it's like, okay, there is Facebook for that. Like, Twitter doesn't work for it, so if you need to send something absolutely privately, that's a thing. But I get messages all the time that like, hey Toy Cat, can I send you a message? And it's like, you just did, man. Don't worry. You understand. You understand sending messages perfectly. You've mastered this. Don't you worry. It's like, nah, I meant privately. It's like, okay, so why does it need to be private? And they're like, it just does. Like, I don't know, like, I guess people have like a warped sense of when something needs to be private versus not. Or maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I didn't know you could DM on Reddit. Oh no. You can't. It's not a thing you can do. Being antisocial has its benefits. I don't know, every day I go through this thing of like, I feel like the world would be so much more convenient if I was just like the normal amount of social. Like, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but like, I spent literally months putting off buying a new door because I was like, I'm gonna have to like speak to a human being about this. It's gonna be a whole thing. Okay, let's make this go like one block further this way, maybe. There we go, nice. And I just didn't do something because it's like, I'm gonna have to phone someone up. Maybe this is like super like, you know, tell me if you've ever had this, but I genuinely have a, I have like this when I do something I've never done before, like ordering a door. What do I say? Hello, I'd like to buy a door, sir. And they're like, what type of door? The one that goes on my house. And like, you know, like you get embarrassed about getting stuck in situations like that. I don't know, maybe it's just me actually. Probably is, in fact, just me. But doesn't mean it's not very real, okay? It's a real problem, and no one else understands. So yeah, anyway, I like, there are very few situations in life where talking to someone is like my preferred outcome. Like I do it because it's like an interesting way to like gather new information. I think human beings will tell you a lot about them that you won't learn by trying to learn about them from a third-party source. Like, you know when people say like, listen to insert people here? What they're really saying is, here are my opinions that I've gathered about people here, and you should listen to them because they will repeat my opinions. But like, if you actually listen to people in whatever group of people you're talking to, they'll have like these hugely, you know, like, yeah, people are very interesting, and you know, like different. No matter what stereotype you think about whatever group of people, it's always going to be slightly wrong. So like, I find talking to people to be a fascinating thing, but also I find talking to people to be a thing that you have to do that's awful. And like I don't know, like the first time you do anything that involves speaking to a human, because there's so many things in life that just don't now, right? Like, you want to go on a train, good luck, you know, speaking to a human there. You wanna like buy something, you know, online shopping's got you covered, friends. I know what I'm really trying to say right here is that speaking to people sucks, huh? Actually, do you think we can remove this without having the baby sheep fall down? Oh, apparently we totally can. That's nice to know. So let's remove these 3 blocks. I'm surprised they don't fall in, but we're not gonna complain about that one. And then we can have the final one just over here. So this is 16 sheep holes. Oh, there's a cave down. Oh, okay. Okay. Yep, this is what I'm signing up for sure. That was a pleasant surprise. By pleasant, I mean not pleasant. But it was a surprise. Let's see if there's coal in here. I know you can't see anything right now, but let's see if there's some coal so we can torch it up. Prevent that from happening again, huh? What I'm trying to say is, will someone please order me a door? I had this like horrifically awkward phone conversation with a doorman who's like, you know, do you want composite or do you want plastic? And I was like, why would I want either, you know? And he's like, well, this, that, that. And I'm like, so how much does that cost? And he's like, could cost any amount. I did a door last week that was $1,200. I did a door last week that was $500. It's like, so you're telling me nothing about the type of door that I can have. You're telling me it could cost anywhere from a lot to a lot. and you're telling me that you have to come round my house before you can know for sure what type of door I can have. And it's like, oh no, why is, who decided this would be the way door salesmanship worked? Anyway, so, wondering where they were, glad they were found. Yeah, a lot of people in chat have been saying about zombie sounds, so I'm glad we could fix that one for all of you. So I can't, I'll do your door for free. I just needed a new front door. Just tell them, here's X pounds, give me a door. But if you say like, here's £100, give me a door, apparently that's not enough. I don't even know what a door should cost, you know. Is there not a Lowe's type store there? Because they sell doors. Oh, could I have just bought my own door this whole time? Are there door, you know, people for no reason? I feel silly, that's for sure. I feel like I have been tricked by the system. I would like a spruce door, please, said Andrew Toycat. That's why you should learn to do everything yourself. I didn't know that was a task a human could do themselves. You know, like, how are you meant to know? You just gotta like try and make a door thing. I'd have thought B&Q maybe. I'm gonna Google doors again. You know, real quick. This is important. We're gonna breed our sheep, and while we breed them, we'll look up some doors. Okay, B&Q front door. Let's see how much a door is meant to cost. Maybe I'm getting scammed. We can buy a door for like... Oh, like that's plastic. Okay, so if I buy like a... Let me see how much I'm getting ripped off for here. So composite, which I don't know what's a composite of. Oh no, doors are expensive. Doors are like $1,000. You can get some doors for like 600. Why are front doors so expensive? I guess like you can get cheap front doors. UPVC. You get a metal front door. Oh, that's cool. I want a metal door now. You know what? Toycat door shops. Do you wanna see this? I bet you do. Should we look at doors together instead, actually? Let's not look at doors. Let's not look at doors. You know what? Here's the thing about doors. You don't need them if... Wait, I'm gonna make a Windows joke. Give me some time and I'll work it out, friends. Okay. So, you know, I was considering getting doors. Wait, no wait. Why I would get doors, but then no, wait, there's a joke about Windows the operating system. I'm gonna get it. You're gonna wait with me while we do this. So, the thing about doors is that I don't need them because I have Windows. No, wait. No, that doesn't work. The problem with doors is that you have I don't need doors because Windows let enough light in. Let enough hackers in. No. We'll get there. We'll get there. I don't need a door because, you know, I tried my best. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Look at doors. So, George Hook loading 33%. Okay, so the reason that I don't need doors is because I already have a door. Oh yeah, the reason I don't need a new door is because the door into my I need a door because wait, maybe we can make a joke about how it's like kind of like draw. Like I need to door my life. I need a new door in my I don't need to get a new front. I'm trying my best. Hello, Toycat. I work for large orange hardware store in the UK. Let me find you a door. QED, I need a white door that's like nice, you know? I want like a nice front door. I want a front door that makes people go, wow, that sure is a front door. I adore you. That's the best we're getting here. Because they're not Windows compatible. That's better than what I could get. You need a door so you can shut it on this joke. This is a reenactment of Toy Cat's awkward phone call with the doorman. Oh yeah, so I had someone come around again also for I've got mold in this office actually. Oh, not mold, it's damp. I don't know, my walls are going yellow and wet. And apparently that's not a problem by itself. To me it sounds like a problem, but everyone says, it's fine. Which, you know, maybe I'm being over the top panicky. You know, that's entirely possible. Also, do I just kill these guys and whatever? In a world without walls and fences, we need no windows and gates. Hey, there we go. That works for now. That's a problem. Get extractor fan. No, so it's because my bathroom is so shoddily done that there's like a gap between tiles that's leaking water out to the brick, and then the brick's leaking it out to the wall, which is leaking it to the rest of my house. It's a whole, you know, if you've ever seen my bathroom in my house tours, you know it's like offensively bad. And that's the reason why. Yeah, fun facts about cats. Also, I think we need to go get some hay from the rest of our world, because I'm running out of wheat that I can breed sheep with. Also, we need to get some dyes so we can start to dye them anyway. This should be enough for 32 sheep, right? This is probably 32. In here somewhere. Hey, thank you, Juliana Bryant. Phone a creepy person. People looking at me. I just, by the way, read down the windows. Hey, there we go. That one works. I butchered it saying it, but it's on screen. You've said the word door so many times it's lost its meaning. Also, hi Andrew, how are you doing? It's going well, Betsy. Thank you for asking. The one your plumber redid. My plumber never redid my bathroom. It's like been broken for like 4 years. Anyway, so isn't the bathroom on the same floor as your office? Yeah, no, I don't understand fully. I don't understand any of life or how things work. I just know it's broken and I can't sell my house till it's fixed. And I wanted to move. Obviously I'm gonna put that on hold because I'm gonna live in America for a bit. But like, basically, life is pain. And it involves talking to lots of people about things you don't understand. I had a plumber, and like, you know, we had a pretty reasonable conversation. I was pleased. I was like, I can talk to plumbers. Look at this. We're having a conversation, and you know, he's looked at the most embarrassing thing in my bathroom. I didn't realize was there, but that's fine. You know, who doesn't have some recreational devices in their bathroom? And then like, you know, that's okay. And then we had like a little conversation about like, well, I don't drive, so, you know, parking around here sucks, but it's not a thing for me. And he's like, yeah, well, it's just, it sucks having to bring my tools all this way. And I'm like, I bet it does. I bet that's not pleasant. You're right. That does sound not good. I don't know. Conversations are like, you sometimes wonder, like, who's at fault, or is it, like, both of us? But then if, like, someone, like, talks to strangers inside their house for a living, you're like, you know, maybe that means it's me. I don't know. All I know is that we need to go. Birth is a curse, existence is a prison. That's nice. You lost the fast horse. Oh, yeah, the fast horse. No, it's in this hole right here still. We just need to get a saddle for it. Let's go. Okay, we need a saddle, we need some leather, and we need lots of things, okay? Let's fill this with some, my former torch chest. Let's fill this with sugarcane, wheat, and leather. Orange DIY Man again. Lots of options for UPVC and wood front doors. Any more details you could give me to help me narrow down what you're after? So I need a white door that is not too windowy because I have like a window above it, maybe? I'm not too sure. That's his job. I don't know. One of the things I'm like trying to get good at is like the casual conversation with strangers who like can ruin my life if they try hard enough to, you know. Like when someone's inside your house, if I say like, yeah, I boned your wife last night. Oh, what? How did that happen? Let alone why? Okay, well, glad that didn't kill me. I guess. Okay, we need a flint and steel next time we come back this way. I think you need more slushy blues. I do. Okay, that's a cool thing about where I'm going in America. There's lots of it. There's a lot of it. But in the meantime, I can't go to I'm trying to if you've just joined the stream, anyone else that is, I'm trying to stay inside for the next. I think it like expires in like 3 days, 2 days. So like just for the, it's like I've been in like the highest risk situation, basically to keep things simple. Like I did a lot of video recording in London, and then I have been harboring a fugitive from another country with a lot of infections, and basically I've decided to stay inside for a week while we see if it's inside of us. I think you're meant to do 2 weeks, but you know what? Just do half of what everyone else says. Anyway, so because of that, I can't go to Aldi to pick up some more 85p slush booze, and that is a tragedy. That is a tragedy. Staying longer, people are not acting smart right now. But yeah, I've spent the last week just being like, okay, I'm gonna try this, that. It's surprisingly easy to like not go into contact with other human beings. But yeah, then after that, my plan is like, okay, go to the store, and then like then like for another week, kind of be like mostly inside, and then after that, it's like, okay, I can meet other human beings again. Like I don't know, it's kind of weird, right? We're like in June, and now the world is like opening up. But like, we're not opening up because like science reasons. We're just like, we've had enough of not being open. And like, I totally feel that. I think that is the way we should do things. It's just like, it's funny that everyone had this, we all had this huge panic like 3 months ago. And then we're like, we only care about things that are happening right now. Like this is every piece of news in the world, right? Like things are only interesting when they're new, and then they like fizzle out, and then the next big thing happens. And that's super interesting. It'll be interesting forever, except it fizzles out. Like, it's like car accidents happen so frequently, but they've been happening forever. They're only news if it happens in like some new exciting way. But if you saw a news story that was family of 8 loses like entire, 8 people died in car crashes today, you'd be like, But if you hear like 8 people died in, I don't know, a racially motivated car crash today, you'd be like, was the car racist? Or anyway, looking forward to your birthday, says Ultimama. Usually my birthday, I say this before, maybe this is like me being a cynical human being, or maybe this is me being a nice human being. You tell me, internet. But like my birthday for me is just like an opportunity to be like, hey, people in my life, it's my birthday, therefore you have to come and do a thing of my choosing. You have to like take the day off. Like, there's no, oh sorry, someone asked me to cover from the work. It's like, no, it's a it's an event, it's a thing, and then we're gonna go do something stupid and dumb that you probably wouldn't do if your own volition, but you'll have a lot of fun because I like to organize funny. I like when I organize a successful event that people enjoy themselves at, and so that's how I like see my birthday. Cars allowed to be racist? That's a good question, right? I mean, if you think about it, if you take a stretch here, right? A lot of people think that what's the best organization that people? I think Ben and Jerry's is one that people like, right? Like it's an organization that has political opinions, despite it's an ice cream maker that has political opinions outside of ice cream. I mean, there's not really political opinions inside of ice cream to have, I guess. But, like, you could have, I guess... No, it'd be a racist car company, not a racist car. I guess wait, if you had that self-driving algorithm, but it was, like, programmed to, like, only hit people of one... Man, you could program a racist car. But I guess right now, the only way would be, like, have the seats... No, wait... I'm sure, chat, make up a racist car. Have a fun time with that. Actually, that's a terrible idea. Let's talk about the weather. It's been rainy where I'm at. It hailed yesterday. That's actually interesting weather, right? Like, weather 99% of the time is, it was hot, it was cold, it was unpleasant, or it was noticeably not unpleasant. Those are the things. I don't hear the political things about ice cream. Well, here's the political things about ice cream, right? Like, does ice cream have to have dairy in it to be ice cream? Because it is iced cream. No. See, that's political. You know, should ice cream... actually, I'd say, like, ice cream is one of those things that objectively is bad for... Like, it's interesting. Okay, so, Orange Man back there against... Okay. Also, thank you, QED. Wait, is he sending me some B&Q links? I like this store, actually. It's not bad. It's got a little... The letterbox is a little low. But I guess that's not my problem. That's people who want to send me letters problems. And then we got this one, which is actually... I don't know if I can say this, but I think that's my exact front door. So, you know, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Orange Man. So, can I just get that delivered and then, like... How do I... Can I do it myself, Mr... You know... I'm asking you a lot of questions. Thank you for any amount of support, Mr. Orange Store Man. But, like, if... as someone who has never done a front door myself, do I just buy the door and then, like, put it on myself? Like, do I need a toolkit for that? Do the tools come with the door? Tell me the secrets. You should have a Minecraft server where everyone has to be socially distant and see what it does to the economy. Insert funny joke about sheep. Make at least 3 Jeb sheep. Love your videos. Oh, we should totally have rainbow sheep. Yeah, I don't know why we haven't already done that. You can install your own door. I mean, you can, you know, make your own microwave radiation. But is it a good idea? Anyway, so, here's political ice cream talk. Like, ice cream is objectively a bad thing for humans. If we eradicated ice cream today, I think we would probably make the world a better place. I love ice cream, by the way. I'm the biggest advocate for ice cream. Like, I love ice cream beyond anything else. But the harmful effects, like, the number of lives that have been shortened by ice cream, again, we don't measure it because it's not, you know, the people die of other things. It's like how for long, like, people don't die of smoking, they die of lung cancer. But why do they get the lung cancer? Because they smoke. People don't die if, get a joiner or a drill or some decent screws. You know, I am, when you can install windows but you can't install a door. There we go. Light Novell. We finally did it. We finally did it. We got there. It took some time, but we're there. But like all of the happiness you get from ice cream, you can get from other things. And those other things don't harm you in the long run. It's kind of like, I don't know, gambling is objectively bad, right? You're just losing money. And then people have gambling addictions and blah, 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 blah. But, you know, we can complain about that all day, or maybe instead, let's just grab a bunch of hay bales. 37, that should be good. Final message from the Orange Heart Whistle Man. The doors come as a couch, include the frame, the door itself, as well as fixings for both. You know, maybe I'll get myself a new door. Yeah, I'll see if, so I've got a person coming around to my house to, look at my door. I'll compare their numbers to, like, Mr. Orange. I'll say, like, here's what I found online. And then if you can't beat it, which I can't imagine I can, but, like, because you get, like, special rates if you're a tradesperson, I think. I don't know. People say stuff like that. I don't understand the world at all, but, yeah, if he's not, like, close, because if it's, like, £5 more, I'll be honest, I don't want to learn how to make a door if I can avoid it, or put on my door. Like, of the things that I could spend a Monday afternoon doing, like, learning how to put on a door versus, you know, playing some Minecraft, I'll be honest with you, one of those, not only is a better personal decision, but also a better business decision, right? Like, I spoke about airports for an hour today. It's going to turn into a video in the next week. It's going to be great. I worked at Home Depot for 2 years, but many people buy doors that are relatively expensive, like $50 to $100. Oh yeah, doors for the inside of a house are actually pretty, doors are in the inside of a house are pretty easy to install. You know, it's kind of cool how much you can customize inside a house, right? You know, actually, wait. He's going to charge you labor costs. That's a good point. That's a good point. Order door and pay for installation. Do you sometimes wish you had a person to do adult things for you? Oh yeah, I've considered even, like, there are these services, like, there's, like, forms of rental you can do, where basically, like, all of the adult stuff is just, I guess when you rent, it should be handled anyway. It's like, all I actually want, this is so dumb, and it makes me sound like a, like a 11-year-old that's in a, adult's body. But I like being alive, and I like becoming a more complete, more understanding person. But I dislike, like tasks that don't help my life beyond making it exist the way it does right now. Like, okay, here's an example. Food shopping. I need food in my cupboards. Like, I need, like, ketchup and stuff. I don't enjoy the process of going to the store and buying new ketchup. There's a lot of times where I don't do that because of that. Like, it's not a fun process. It just is a process you need to live your life the way you want to live it. If I could pay someone to weekly remind and remove that pain from my life, that'd be cool, right? This is my, like, I don't know, what I'm trying to say is, like, I want things to exist the way they are right now, and then I want to make it better in different ways. Life is improved by adding things to it, but maintenance costs are something that are, like, super frustrating, because everyone forgets about them. Like, oh yeah, if you, I don't know, like, most things in life, like, if you want Netflix, you pay $10 a month. It's easy enough. I don't like paying monthly, but sure. If you wanna own a fridge, it costs $500, and you're like, oh, well, that's a lot. But then really, it costs an extra $100 every 5 years or whatever when a fridge breaks. My first fridge broke a month after me ordering it. It was awful. My washing machine is getting loud, but like, everything slowly breaks. We don't realize that when we buy things. But when you make something an integral part of your life, you just want it to work, And not enough things in the world just work. And also, it makes you seem like you're just this super unuseful person when it's like, I don't know how plumbing works. I understand electricity because of my computing, like, my computing qualifications, but, like, beyond that, it's like, I don't know if I will die if I do a thing, so I'll just err on the side of caution. Like, I prefer the idea of, like, someone who is an expert at, like, bathrooms or front doors deals with that, and then I can just have a functional front door or bathroom or whatever. Because right now my bathroom isn't functional. It's like leaking water throughout my house, and that sucks. I don't care about it. It just is a big problem if I ignore it. It's like, why can't I just, like, give me the downsides? Be like, oh yeah, you got a 1% chance of dying from pneumonia. It's like, well, okay, that's fine. I'll deal with that if it means I don't have to call up a person on the phone. But anyway, it's a whole thing. How'd you break a fridge, lol? It just broke by itself. I don't know how that's possible. I didn't know fridges, broke. Like, it's an experience you have for the first time. You're like, oh, yeah, guess that's a thing that happens. Huh? Anyway, let's go grab some dyes now. So, I guess we want all the dyes, but to keep things simple, we'll just grab, like, white. Actually, we have white. Walk to Home Depot. Oh wait, sharing Jeb sheep. Still will have covered what their sheep originally had. So a yellow sheep named Jeb will give you yellow wool. Yeah, that is true. That is a correct statement. If anyone out there is curious, now you know. I'm always whenever I hear like a fact that like I know because like Minecraft trivia is like my thing. Can you tell me how I'm meant to like interact with that one? By the way, world. Because to this day I still don't really know. Like, am I meant to say? That's crazy. I just learned that right now. Or, like because you don't want to seem like a smug person who's like, I knew that already. So you want to be like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, but I also already know that. Like if someone says to you, hey, I've been thinking about this a lot. And I think that when we die, there's just nothing. And you're like, that is a unique thought no one has ever had before. And congratulations on having it. Yep. This is a good job that you've just done telling me about this. Hope you don't have the misfortune of your bathtub crapping and now having to repair it. I dropped a bunch of bricks in my bathtub and it didn't crack. So I'm impressed. I don't know what you did to crack your bathtub, but clearly that's a thing. Just say that's accurate. Oh, that's accurate. Like, I think it's the Midwest. People say this where they're like, correct. As like, to say yes, they're like, oh yeah, so I just went to the club last night. And they're like, correct. Or like when you're like, hey, did you know that the moon is like 8 miles away from Earth, they'll be like, correct. There's a fun regional American thing that I have learned. So bricks don't belong in bathtubs. I mean, if you need to wash the bricks, they do. God, you're idiots. Stop overthinking reactions. I think like you need to like. I think overthinking is obviously easily a bad thing to look at, but also like people who don't think about their reactions and their existence in the world at all cause a significant number of problems as well. So there's that. Why exactly you should put bricks in your bathtub? Says Hufflepuff and stuff. Oh, normal brick bathtub reasons. Pretty normal stuff. I live above a shop and have a fear of the bath falling through the floor. To my mean just fading my bricks. Again, like sometimes I live in the Midwest and I don't. Okay, my friend who says it is from Chicago. Not Chicago, from Ohio. See, it's got the same Chicago, Ohio. You see how I got confused there? Trust me, that makes sense. They're the same thing. Imagine not putting bricks in your bathtub. My old neighbors stole a bathtub out of my bathroom and trashed the house while they forced the bath not paying rent several months. You know, stealing a bathtub is like next level petty revenge, right? Next level. Oh, I live in Wisconsin. I'd say Wisconsin's got to be like bottom 20 most memorable states to the rest of the world. But I know Wisconsin. People say it's famous for cheese, but like, you can't be famous for cheese if no one's ever heard of you, let alone for cheese. We want a sugar review. It has the same syllabic stresses. Exactly. It's a lot of fun, mostly ghostly. Ohio, Chicago. You know, I'm gonna start cheering for the what's round on the ends and high in the middle. Ohio. That's such a dumb joke, Toastbread. Such a dumb joke. Hello from Missouri, says Sean Childress. Hello, Mr. Sean. How is life in Missouri? I mean, on a scale from okay to I want to, you know, burn everyone I meet alive. Tell me how things are over there. I would love to know. So let's put one of those shears away, and let's bring the second shears with us, and let's go back. So Kat, it's literally almost midnight, except you spelled midnight a little wrong, but you know, we all make mistakes sometimes. So I won't press you too much on that one. Missouri, more like misery. Why not just add more information when you already know what someone says? So, if you share a Jeb sheep, you get whatever color the sheep person has. Yeah, I like the add more information. Say, that is right. I can confirm. Or, oh yeah, also, if you name it Dix, then it will have a funny name. That sounds like you're trying to deflect from it and be like, oh yeah, I totally knew that. I don't know, you know, how about if people tell me facts I already know, I'll just refuse to acknowledge them. I'll just be like, yes. Also, the moon is round and the earth is flat. Job interview tomorrow. Wish me luck, says Jared Stewart. Okay, I've never done a job interview, so take everything I'm about to say with a grain of salt. But here is my job interview advice from a person who's... Actually, wait, I did one job, like I've worked one job in my life and it was for 4 days. Maybe 3 days. You know, because I've always been self-employed. I work better for myself than I work for other people. Maybe that's a bad sign for other people, maybe that's a bad sign for myself. I'm not sure who's suffering too much there. But my job interview advice is you've got to pretend that you don't just want the job so that you can have money that you need to buy things. That is bad. You've got to pretend like this job, no matter what it is the thing that drives you forward. You got to find something about it that they'll be like, yes, that's what we need. Like, because you can't say, oh yeah, my dream in life is to be a McDonald's cashier. I love taking people's money and putting it in the right bays. So instead you'd be like, I love being part of a team and building an exercise. I want advancement, unless they don't want advancement. I don't know. And the trick is to like ask questions and then you seem like you want to be there. That's my pro tip. Ask questions and you seem like you want to be somewhere. The more relevant and actually decent the questions are, the more they'll assume that you're not lying about wanting to be there. So let's take, oh god, I forgot about those name tags. Let's take a couple of these and name them Jeb. We have to go a long way to find an anvil. But you know, I'll make this thing. Why do you want to work here? For money, duh. Yeah, right, that's the real answer to like, why are you working on this entry-level job? Because I would like money, and the jobs that pay more money, sadly, will not take me until I have taken a job like this right now. Okay, so I think it's Jeb explanation. No, it's Jeb underscore, right? Jeb underscore. Can we confirm this is right? Hey, Sammy, good evening, Toy Cat. What is your opinion on Irish people? Burn them all to the ground, I say. No, did you know that I am most, like, some decent part, like a third-ish Irish? It might be a half if you count Northern Irish as Irish. But nah, that's UK-ish. That is United Kingdom of Great Britain. No, Irish people are, like, even though the UK and Ireland, like, on the internet, you know, like, the political verse wants to be like, oh, we hate each other so much. Most real Irish people are, like, the fun people we get along with. Like, British people and Irish people, like, I feel like we're some of the closest friends of countries. And yeah, that's the thing. All lower. It's all lower? You reckon? Okay, you know what? Everyone says it's all lower, and I trust you, internet. Jeb. Can we put emojis in there? We cannot put emojis in there. That's sad. Can we put... What symbols can we put in there? Can we put a half in there? We can put a half in there. Huh. And a greater than, an up than. A little copyright. Oh, that's cute. We can do a lot of things. Euro. Oh, God. Why does it get small when you put a euro sign in there? What is happening there? Why does the font change? Huh. Well, you know, I could do this all day. But let's just make these Jeb things. And let's do it. Oh, oopsie. Oh, the anvil just broke, I think. It should have made a... Okay, I need a new anvil. That was climactic. It needs more pixels to show a euro. The euro is belittling me. The English are great at toleration for other people. I think people like to meme that, like, the UK, we love other people, and that's why we stole all their stuff, haha. But I think if you actually, like, if you ignore... Don't forget to grab some flint steel for the portal. Hey, Gerald K, I would have genuinely forgotten. You have saved me a little bit of pain and frustration. And that's nice of you. You gave your own money to make my life better. And I owe you eternal gratitude for that. So we'll make a flint and steel, we'll make 3 iron blocks, and then that's how you make an anvil, right? So there's my anvil, there's my flint and steel. Now we can put this back in there. Oh, and also we need some leather to take over to the thing. Oh, we actually apparently took all the leather we can. Okay, but yeah, so a lot of people like to be like, oh yeah, UK must hate the world because, like, you know, colonialism. The UK was the best at it. Didn't start it, just was the best at it. And if you're the best at colonialism's like a big buzzword to represent like all bad things, right? But if you actually look at the UK today, it's like the most open. Maybe not. Actually, I would argue the UK is the most open country to global business and global people. Like, if you would like to come to a place to, you know, if you would like to, you know, the UK is the most open to the world, and you know, like, I can think of very few places that have a demographic balance. Like, again, like, for the most part, like, okay, there is, like, when you go outside of London, it's just, like, all white people, you know, like, British people. But if you actually look at the UK, if you look at, like, London, like, our big city, it's like, oh, yeah, it is a country that somehow, while being ethnically homogenous, also is diverse at the same time. How many countries are both homogenous and diverse without having, like, you know, race riots everywhere? I think you'll find probably not very many. Anyway, thank you, Skanasha, for the £4 and the heart things. Please read my last comment, as it is a major impact, says Josh White. You gonna that I can't that I don't know what to do with that one. You put flint steel on the chest. Oopsie. Oopsie. I think we got the bug where the never crashed again. Do you guys want to see my straw? You want to see my straw, don't you? So as you can see, I've got a straw that is part... Oh, it's green, so it's gone green screen. It's part plastic, part metal. It's metal for the tube, and then it's got this little hat that is made of plastic. So it's like... It's satisfying the best of both worlds. You want the plastic mouthfeel, but also you get the metal reusability or something. I don't know why people like metal. I like metal just because it's like, it makes a clink, and that's kind of satisfying. Also, you can see the villager under my house. Guess we're not going that direction anytime too soon. Yeah, you know, Minecraft chunk errors. Depressingly common, huh? Depressingly common. Would you date an AI in the future, Toy Cat? Oh, I'm just waiting for the day where I can abandon everyone I love and replace them with AIs. Like, if I can do this live streaming thing with AIs and, you know, like, a randomly generated comment is going to be just as good as your mute is Mike from The Cheese or hello from William Mort. That's mean. He's just saying hello. Hello, William Mort. Like, most of chat is garbage, so you could replicate it with a bot. Might even improve if you did so. So let's place that back down there. And now we've got a fully functional anvil again. That's nice. And now we can grab the flint and steel that we apparently put away for some reason. Yep. Put away the wrong thing. An idiot. I am an idiot. Okay, so let's go back through the Nev portal. Let's pray that the world doesn't break as a result. Now let's do this. What about money, says Commander Y. You know what? That's... As long as the bots can pay me money. You know, that's why we need humans. Humans pay me money. You know, robots just don't tip the same way, do they? They just don't tip the same way. Can confirm I am a bot, says Lena Khan. See, you're saying that as a joke, but think about it. How do you know you're not a robot? Like, you feel like you're having free thoughts. But at the same time, you know, you really want ice cream. You know, some command comes through from a... You're not coming up with the command to go get ice cream. Your brain just says, I want ice cream. And what do? You go get ice cream. Where do those thoughts come from? Why are you just obeying these desires in your head? Have you ever confirmed you're not a robot? Has someone ever done surgery on you? And how, you know, like how sure are you that they're like real about it? How do you know that you're not made of circuitry? Or even, you know, maybe you're made of flesh, but your brain is fake. How would you ever know if it was? If it's you've never experienced what it's like to be a real human, you could just you could have been a robot your entire life, and you wouldn't know what it was like not to be. If you were programmed to be a robot that thought it was a human, you'd have no clue, huh? You'd have no clue. The better question is, would you become a robot? Yeah, as soon as I'm like 60, if there's even a chance of my brain degenerating, I'll just throw it in a computer, let someone later, like, build me from that. Which arguably, like, I know there's this big debate that when you, like, put your brain somewhere and put it back, it's not really you. And I kind of agree with that feeling that, like, yeah, if you kill me and then put me somewhere else, it's not the same me. But also I feel like, you know, that just proves the relative meaninglessness of consciousness. And, oh god, there is a bug over here. Well, now it's on my screen. But at least it's further away from my drink. How did it even get in here? Whatever, anyway, do a microwave review. I do love me a good microwave. Don't we all love a good microwave? Isn't that what we all crave in our life? You know, microwaves. I crave them, you crave them, we all crave them. New topic, humans don't deserve anything they have and fight over stupid stuff, i.e. food supplies. I'd argue food and supplies are pretty essential things to be fighting over, friend. Like, you can make the argument like, oh yeah, we fight over land that we don't even need or use. Like, you know, 90% of the planet is uninhabited and stuff like that. But you know, food and resources. I love the food and resources I have. Consciousness is so weird. Yeah, a lot of people, like, are really freaked out. Also, there was pork chop down there? So many questions. A lot of people get really freaked out when they confront the fact that, you know, the teleporters in Star Trek. I don't know them, but you probably do. But if you could create a teleporter, the way it would work, you know, if you could teleport someone from one place to another, what you have to do is you have to, oh man, you have to grind someone up, right? Or you have to like analyze every molecule in their body, and then you have to destroy their body and rebuild it in another place. So your consciousness dies and it's rebuilt in another place. And most people are okay with that. It's like, oh yeah. So it's a machine that kills you in one place, rebuilds you in another. That's how you teleport people. It's still the same view because every atom is perfectly the same. But then, you have thought about filling your energy chest with shock boxes? It's about 729 slots of movable storage. I've considered it, but then like it's hard to work out what's in an individual shulker box, which is why it's like a questionable idea. Yeah, let's just kill these zombie villagers. Just get me some stuff going. So yeah, like everyone understands like, okay, teleporters, they're vaguely okay with it. But then you say something like, okay, so, oh god, wait, did he just come in and kill a villager? What just happened there? Okay, the villager ran away. But then what if like, so the teleporter's like just over there, so you teleport 5 feet, you have to be killed and rebuilt over there. It's like, okay, well, it's still a teleporter. Now, what if the teleporter malfunctions and it doesn't kill you? It copies you over there, and you're still over there. The over there you feels like they've just been teleported, and the over here you feels like, oh god, you know, I was about to die, and that's not really me. I know it's not really me because I'm me. You know, the teleporter problem. Hi, Rhymes and Moo and Glue. Good to see you, Moo. You know, sometimes there's just no confusion in my life, and that's why I need you. Every time I remember I'm a real conscious person with real existence, and so is everyone else, I get uncomfortable. Every time I remember that I'm also a human, I get deeply saddened. I'm like, that's not real. That's a mistake. Someone's messed up at the facts department. So we need to grab like 6 stacks. Yep. Oh, wait, yep, 6. And let's make some books and sell those. Actually, let's do some more breeding with villagers, with sheep first. So take one of these, turn it into one of these, and let's inbreed some more sheep. But yeah, that sounds like it takes a massive amount of computer memory. Yeah, I think it's like some number of exabytes of data to store the entire human genome, and an exabyte of data seems like so much to us. But like a while ago, you know, you can get hard drives now that have a petabyte, or tapes at least, with a petabyte of storage. And a while ago, having even a gigabyte of storage, like, if you look back at even like the Nintendo 64, the cartridges that you could have for that were 32 or 64 megabytes. It might be like 8 or 32 megabytes actually. I know it was measured in the low number of megabytes, and that was like, you know, that was like a thing. And then PlayStation had this insane concept where you could have 700 megabytes on a disc, and people were like, you can't use that much space, it's too much. You know, and then games were like just using it on like cutscenes and stuff, because it's like, we could just fit so much we couldn't before. But the reason I mentioned that is because like things that were inconceivable 25 years ago are the norm now. And that's how things, you know, that's how tech always progresses, right? Like, if you try to describe phones, smartphones especially, to people from a while ago, they'd have been like, that sounds a bit too sci-fi, you know, that's not really gonna happen. Like, if you know, people always say like, if you take an iPhone back to the Roman times, they think you were king because you had this magic device. I think if you take an iPhone back to like 1993, they'd be mind blown. You know, they'd be like, wait, it has more power than, I know, you know, like my first hard drive was 270 megabytes and I thought it was huge. I remember I had a laptop with Windows 95 that my like uncle gave me at one point, or like, I don't know the full situation of why I got it, but I remember that it was somewhere in the high megabytes, like maybe 750, and I was like, that's, you know, it's not gonna run out of that anytime soon. Also, I wanna trade with you friend. Why won't you let me trade with you? Just come a little closer. Okay, I find that rude. Think about how nothing we are is scary AF. I find it more terrifying to be like, oh, I'm a real person. Or like, real thoughts and stuff. I don't like that at all. I don't like to be real. I'd find life easier if I was not. We could buy a bunch of name tags, by the way. That might be a fun idea. Any sufficiently advanced technology will be indistinguishable from magic. Yeah, if you think about like 25 years being enough to like blow people's minds, you start thinking like, so what happens when you like expand that time frame? What happens when we go, you know, like 30, 40 years in advance? What happens when we go 100 years? What happens when we go 1,000 years, 10,000? I think humanity is very likely to collapse at some point. I would put a lot of effort into making sure it doesn't if I was smart, which means I'm an anti-human because humans don't do smart things. But anyway, you know, let's do this. How are my sheep doing? Says Alcazar. So I didn't get a red and a blue sheep yet, but I'm gonna have lime and green soon. So that's like forwards progress, right? Yeah, we'll have like we'll have 4 colors of sheep soon. So you over. Oh god. Oh. Yeah, we got a problem here, to say the least. So we'll just color. Oh, what is even happening down there? We'll just color these 2 sheep. No, there's dudes in there. So green sheep, green sheep, green sheep, and then there's another one in there that I need to die to. I can't see him right now, but he's like standing across some other stuff. So we'll just kill the pig. Does that help? What is even happening in there? That pig is standing like inside of a sheep, and I'm worried to hit the pig, so I don't think I will hit it. Nope, it's not working. You know, this is a mess. This is very confusing to me, and it hurts my eyes a little bit. But that's okay, and then we'll turn you all green. And now we got 2 colors of sheep sorted. And now we just gotta... Okay, we'll open very briefly. Get another sheep out here. So, easy said, easy done. Now we just... Okay, sure, I guess. And then we'll let another sheep out. Oh god. Another 2 sheep out, another 4 sheep out. Again, be very slow and gentle with this. And then we try and get 2 sheep in each hole. And once we have 2 sheep in each hole, we can start breeding them and coloring them and all the fun stuff. So you go in here now. And now we've got a white sheep hole. And then we need to make a black. You know, this is a whole process we're doing right here. And then we breed the sheep within the hole, and we get like an automatic shearer going on. And it's a whole thing. Can you make 1 sheep yellow? You can't tell me how to live my life, but yes, I can. I guess I could. We just find a dandelion, and we'll make a sheep yellow. Easy stuff. They'll eat all the grass in that 2x2 area. So my plan is, I could have like more grass move in by like having a second layer out there. I do have some plans, don't worry. I do intend to avoid the fear that you have in your mind. Also, I really don't want this villager coming through here. Please, please don't. Oh god, he's not gonna fall down a hole, probably. Oh, I need 2 yellow sheep. You know, let's just dye one of these yellow, and then we'll pray the other one. Okay, we'll kill the cows because they're in the sheep holes. I really want. You know, we'll just grab it. We'll just grab it and hope they don't notice as we do this, and then that. Oh god. Okay, perfect. So yeah, if we want to get more grass in there, all we have to do is this. Destroy the little. Oh god. Underwalls. No. Stop. Destroy the little underwalls, and then the grass can go from like cell to cell, and it'll spread real fast. It'll be nice. Should I buy a lemon tree? The problem with buying a lemon tree is all those lemon stealing whores, am I right? Yeah, that's a high quality reference. Also, I think we made a mistake here with the fences. Oops. You know, I can fix that. Let's just place the fences right over here. I can't place one there. Yeah, we can. And, yep, this is a normal looking sheep farm right now. Okay, nice. Hey, thank you, Moo. Weed rhymes with deed because of good deeds. That is factually incorrect. Also, put him in a boat. Yeah, putting him in a boat and then taking him out might be the best. You know, he'll climb back out, right? He'll climb back out. Oh, okay, he's walking out by himself. There we go. Problem solved. Problem solved. And now we just put like a grass block over like here, so we can get ourselves out. And now we got ourselves a little sheep farm. We do have to like slowly let more and more sheep out, but that's a problem for future me to deal with. Oh, also a saddle. Damn it. I tried my best. Name a sheep Jeb. Oh yeah, we gotta name the sheep Jeb, don't we? Well, that's a thing we've still gotta do. In fact, we'll name 2 sheep Jeb. The 2 white sheep over here. Or maybe these 2. These 2? There's just one over here. So let's see if it does in fact go rainbow. It does. And now let's add a second one to the pile. Just let a sheep out. And then, okay, the sheep is not coming out yet. Okay, there we go. Baby sheep. No, okay. Please go into... Go. Okay, you know what? I tried my best, internet. I really did. But now we have a Jeb sheep. And we're also slowly getting 2 sheep in all of the other holes. This is an inefficient way of doing things. Let's just let them all loose. And let's just let them go into whatever hole they choose. All the sheep, pick a hole. Go, go, go. And we'll pray they pick the right holes. I mean, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. That's on the sheep, not on me. In the hole you go. Oh, getting sheep over to these further holes will actually be a real challenge. We've got to work out. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Oh, yeah, that we get to later. Now you can get nudged in there. Come on. Oh, stop it. Stop. Okay, you're not. Nudge, nudge, nudge. 2 sheep in here. Again, so we need 16 sheep. 16 holes worth of sheep for each of the colors. I'm just gonna get wheat, actually. Why am I just not using wheat? Am I... What is wrong with me? This is so chaotic. Yeah, there are so many ways to do this that aren't this ludicrous. I don't know why I picked the least efficient, least helpful way. But you better believe I did, and we're sticking with it regardless. Because that's the way you do these things. You make mistakes, then you stick with those mistakes, and you believe in yourself no matter how things are. It's okay. Do you think more people should embrace their dark side? That's a pretty dark comment. In the sense that more people should be aware of, rather than ever pretending you're perfect. Also, can you name a baby sheep Jeb? Oh, baby Jeb sheep. You totally can. Fun fact. Today I learned. No, go in the... Okay, so... Oh god, go down there. Go. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just run in the hole. Just run. Oh, what hit me? Let's go. Okay, the zombie somehow climbed over the fence. I don't know how, but you know, zombies be doing that sometimes, apparently. You know, let's go to sleep. Let's deal with this in the morning. Let's just let the sheep go loose, and in the morning we'll come back and everything will be fine. But yeah, no. I think like knowing that you're not perfect is important. Knowing other people aren't perfect is important too. There's this weird, one of the things that causes like things to fail is people, you know, okay, wait, here's a quote, right? Good is the enemy of perfect. No, wait, perfect is the enemy of good. People try so hard to make perfect systems and make sure that, you know, they are perfect people and that people they know are perfect. And like, as a result, they miss out on being good. You know, like, a lot of people do think that they're broken, messed up people. Not because they are, but because that's... Also, I think we've now done it. We've got 16 sheep holes. And now we just have to... Okay, we're gonna knock all these guys in there too. Actually, let's just bring these guys home. You know, all of you, come home with me. Come home, please. We'll just bring them all in here. Open up the holes. And now we got 7 spare sheep in case something awful happens here. But yeah, we got 16 sheep holes that we can color one by one. And I think that's nice. We got a Jeb sheep here. Things are good. Everything's wonderful. And but yeah, if there's one message to leave on, this like purity game that we see people play where it's like you're either all the way good or you're bad makes people bad. I think knowing when you're imperfect, but also knowing when other people are imperfect, like knowing the things that make them imperfect in your opinion, and knowing that, like, you know, maybe there's no such thing as real perfection. The model of what is good and evil and bad and all these things is changing all the time. So to expect people to stay to a constantly updating set of rules, because that's how laws work. It used to be okay to do X, Y, Z things that are bad now. Right now, there are lots of things that are illegal. There are lots of things seen as bad that in a while we'll look back and be like, was that really the worst thing? There was a movement for a while about like, oh yeah, GMOs are the worst thing in the world. And it's like, well, that's kind of what humans do. We have things go back and forth all the time as like, what's good and bad. And the most important thing, making people not bad is more important than making good things perfect. Making things that are bad good is so much more important and easier to do than making good things perfect. Because perfection is this like very narrow, hard to achieve goal. And this isn't just true for like the world, but it's also true for like anything in your life, Like cleaning your room 99% is about as easy as taking your room from 99% clean to 100%. I've had this struggle. There's some things that I've organized recently that's been like, I don't want to do this, but just doing it good is so much better than doing it perfect. Like it's the same with like a lot of the side projects I've been working on, like the desire to, oh god, look at that bugginess. The desire to make something great makes it not. Are you a fan of Bill Maher? You express similar ideas. I've never seen Bill Maher because I'm not. I know he's an American pork person. Don't know anything about him, but I should look into that clearly. But yeah, like everyone's flawed. Everyone's got huge errors inside of them, and don't think everyone else pretends they're perfect. And that doesn't mean you have to be like. A lot of people have these like huge conflicts, and like we have a huge depression rate in the world because so many people put out the thing that like, no, you have to be perfect all the time. I'm perfect. Why can't you be? And they're like, oh, I guess they are. But the truth about social media, the truth about everything is we're showing a small part of ourselves in the world, and that not everyone is perfect, and that it's better to be good and succeed than to be perfect and fail. Or maybe not actually. I think I messed up that one. That last thing is a no-go. Actually not. You can maybe argue that one too. But just know the first 99% of something is always harder than the last 100%. This sheep farm sucks, right? This is a bad sheep farm. But also now I have a sheep farm. If I put it off because I was like, oh, until I have the dispenser thing worked out, until I have all of the dyes, etc., etc., I'm not gonna make a sheep farm. I wouldn't do it. And yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching today's thing. Like it if you liked it. Share if you really liked it. Give me a bell, like. Wait, if there's one thing you do, if you watched all this way and you enjoyed this, consider picking up a Toy Cat plush because they are limited. What's your favorite alcoholic drink? I'm taking suggestions. Here's my tax. Emily Fellows, my favorite, like, if it's at a like, if I'm just offered like a drink. And it's like, well, any drink, doesn't matter the complexity. I like, again, this is like a very womanly drink, but mojito is delicious. It's like mint and sugar and lime, 3 delicious flavors combined. Otherwise, I don't know, like a basic drink, my favorites are just like orange juice, vodka, the screwdriver, and a Cuba Libre. Very simple things, but they work great. What happens if you shear the Jeb sheep? You just get whatever wool color. Oh wait, I get it. You get whatever wool color it has. Oh wow. Oh, this is interesting. Huh. Anyway, so yeah, there's for the next 2 weeks only. It's actually like 12 days now. Wait, how many days is it? For the next 11 days only, there is a Toy Cat plush. After the 11 days are up, there is never going to be one sold again. It is a limited time event because the channel turned 11 recently. So there's 11 days to buy it. It's too perfect. How is a mojito girly? I don't know, I guess like it depends on your area or whatever. Like in the UK, it's like, what men drink? They drink beer. It's like, well, beer is literally grass and hops and stuff. So I'm gonna drink the things that taste good. We're not going to talk about my drinks. We're going to talk about how you can get yourself a Toy Cat plush. Makeshift.com/Toycat. Give it a check out. Or don't. That's your prerogative. Just know that if you want to support a little temporary thing we're doing, that's the way you can do it. And also, I don't know, I made other videos this weekend. If you haven't watched them yet, consider doing so. Oh, that grass block was there for a reason. I'm an idiot. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed, because I'll see you all in another one, I hope. Goodbye. I should get custom fish bowls made. How do we do that? I should totally sell fish bowls. Do you reckon I can chug this all right now? I reckon I can. Let's do carbonated. Okay, thank you for watching. You gotta get out of it though. Can't stay forever. Can't stay forever. You ever consider how limes are just like green lemons? Like, I know they're like slightly different flavors or whatever, but like they're the same, right? Can we all agree? That's a thing we feel. Okay, goodbye. Also, PN. I know it's meant to be peen, but PN's better. Down it fresher. We like to drink with Andrew because Andrew is our mate, and when we drink with Andrew, he downs it all in mate. You know, there's a reason it's been a while since we did a drunk stream. Man, people know that I do these outros now, so people stay around. I like that people slowly fade out usually. Everyone's just staying here. The stream's over. It's been over for a while. You're just staring at me because I'm not... You know, I'm gonna leave you now. You know what? You hang up. No, I hang up. No, I will hang up. I'm gonna go play some... Bolly once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the smartest tool in the shed. Okay, no, goodbye. Faked you out again. It's not really over. Yeah, I think the smartest thing to do is just